Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share something really personal with you. This is my story of cannabis addiction and how I finally broke free after 3 years of daily use. I know some of you may be thinking cannabis addiction isn't real, or it's just weed, it's not that serious. Honestly, I used to think the same thing. But if you're watching this video, there's probably a part of you that knows something isn't right. Maybe you're smoking more than you want to. Maybe you're seeing negative effects piling up. Maybe you've tried to quit before and you just couldn't. This video is not meant to judge anyone who uses cannabis. This is for people who feel trapped by it like I was. By the end of this video, you will understand my personal struggles from ages 14 to 17, the warning signs I ignored, why I finally decided to quit, and most importantly, practical strategies that helped me break free. I started smoking cannabis when I was 14 years old. At first, it was just on a weekend with friends, you know, typical teenage stuff. But within a few months, it became a totally different thing. By the time I was 15, I was smoking 2 to 3 joints every single day. Wake up, smoke. Want to eat something? Smoke. After eating something? Smoke. It became part of my routine, like brushing my teeth. Here's the thing, at first I thought it was such a beneficial thing. I felt more relaxed, more creative. Music sounded better. Food tasted amazing. I convinced myself that I was someone who functioned better when high. My friends and I would talk about all the benefits, how it helps with anxiety, how it helps you sleep, how it made everything more fun, how it was natural and not as harmful as other drugs. And I genuinely believed that. But slowly, things started to change. I started to notice things. Small things at first. My memory was getting worse. I'd forget conversations I had the day before. I would walk into a room and forget what I was doing in that room. I became a lot more anxious. The thing I thought was helping my anxiety was actually making it worse. When I wasn't high, I just wouldn't feel comfortable in my own skin. My motivation just disappeared. Things I used to be passionate about, hobbies, dreams, experiences, just faded into the background. Everything felt dull and pointless unless I was high. I was lying to my parents about where I was going and what I was doing. My relationships were suffering because cannabis came first. The thing that really hit me was when I tried to quit, I couldn't even make it past a few days. And that's when I realized I wasn't just using cannabis anymore. I was dependent on it. I was addicted. The same benefits I thought I was getting just completely disappeared. I wasn't more creative, I was foggy. I wasn't more relaxed, I was anxious. I wasn't enjoying life more, I was numbing myself to it. At 17, I made the decision to quit, for real. Not just take a break like I tried before, actually quit. The thing that finally pushed me over the edge is looking into the future. Asking myself, if I continue doing this for the next 5 years, 10 years, where am I gonna be? And I did not like the answer. I was looking around at older smokers and they just wasn't living the life that I wanted. That I want, should I say. They weren't accomplishing goals like I wanted to. They seemed stuck. And I realized if I did not quit this now, that was gonna be my destination too. I also started thinking about all the time that I'd wasted. 3 years of my life. 3 years of my teenage years I will never get back, for memories that I barely even remember. All those experiences that I was only half present for. That realization hurt, but it also motivated me. I made a commitment to myself that day. No matter how hard it got, I was done. Now let me share exactly what I did to completely quit and stay quit. These aren't just theories, these are exact strategies that I used. Number 1, acknowledge the problem. First, I had to stop lying to myself. Tell myself, yes, I'm addicted. Yes, this is a problem. And yes, I need help. And there's absolutely no shame in that. You cannot fix a problem that you don't acknowledge. Number 2, remove anything and everything that reminds you of cannabis. This sounds so obvious, but it's crucial. I threw away everything, every joint, every grinder, every lighter, every paper. Make it pretty much impossible for you to smoke in a moment of weakness. Cut off your supply chain. I deleted every dealer's numbers, unfollowed pages that glorified weed. I removed all the access that I had. Yes, you can absolutely find more if you really tried, but adding barriers between you and the addiction is crucial. Number 4, change your environment. If I smoked with certain friends, I took a break from them for a while. If I smoked at a certain spot, I'd stay away from that area. If I smoked when I was bored, I planned things that would fill that time. Your brain has associated cannabis with certain places, times, people, and you need to break those associations. Number 5, find new coping mechanisms. This is huge. I was using cannabis to cope with difficult emotions, stress, anxiety, some forms of depression. When I quit, those feelings didn't go away. In fact, they probably got a little bit harder. I needed a healthier way to deal with them. For me, that meant, first of all, exercising. Second of all, talking to people, talking to friends, talking to family. Sometimes even just sitting there and listening to music. You need to figure out what you're using cannabis for and then find better alternatives. 6, prepare for withdrawal. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. The first 2 weeks to 1 month is hard. I experienced insomnia, vivid and intense dreams when I finally did sleep, irritability and mood swings, loss of appetite, and very, very strong cravings. But just knowing that these will come made it a lot easier to handle. Rather than me thinking, oh God, there must be something wrong with me, I was thinking this is just my brain resetting to function without the THC. Number 7, get support. I told my family and a very close friend of mine what I was going through, and honestly their support made a huge difference. I personally didn't do this, but there are also like communities out there with people going through the similar struggles that you are. Sometimes that can help, just knowing that you're not alone in this. Handle the friend's situation carefully. Honestly, this is one of the hardest parts of quitting weed. Some, in fact probably most of my friends only wanted to hang out with me if we were smoking. When I quit, I had to create some distance. Don't get me wrong, some of my friends were supportive and respect my decision, and those friendships definitely got stronger. Others weren't. They pressured me into thinking that I was weird or dramatic. I had to just let those friendships fade. It really does hurt, but real friends will support you in your growth. If someone only wants you around when you're using, that's not a real friendship. Number 9, track your progress. There are apps out there that will track your progress, your sober days for you. Honestly, watching that number go up is super motivating and rewarding. I also track the money that I was saving and the benefits I was noticing since quitting. Celebrate your milestones. 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. Celebrate them. And finally, number 10, have a plan for your cravings. Cravings will come. They are intense, they are hard, but they usually pass within 15 to 20 minutes. Me personally, when a craving would hit, I would call a family or friend, go for a run or do a push-up. I would watch similar videos to this one actually and, resonate with the person that's talking. And sometimes even something as simple as drinking a bottle of water can help with your cravings. Just have a plan ready for when your cravings hit. Now let me tell you about the other side. What I experienced once I got sober. My memory came back. I can think sharper, remember conversations, and learn new things without feeling like I'm pushing through fog. My anxiety decreased significantly. It took a few months, but I'm now way less anxious than I was when I first started smoking. It turns out the thing that I thought was helping me was actually making it worse. My motivation returned. I started caring about things that actually meant something to me. My relationships improved. I'm present with people now. I'm reliable, I'm honest, my family trusts me again. I'm saving a lot of money. The amount that I was spending on cannabis when I added it all up was shocking. That money now goes towards things that actually improve my life, like my gym. And last but not least, I feel actually proud of myself. Every day that I stay sober is a victory. I'm in full control of my life, and that is way better than any high could ever be. If you're thinking about quitting, or have tried to quit and failed, here's what I want you to know. I know right now it feels impossible, but millions of people have done it, and you can too. Relapse does not mean failure. If you slip up, it doesn't erase your progress. Just learn from it and keep on pushing. Do not let one mistake give you an excuse to give it up entirely. It gets a whole lot easier. Like I said, the first month is the hardest. After that, the cravings are less frequent and less intense. After 3 months, you'll barely even think about it. After 6, you'll wonder why you didn't quit sooner. So, start today, not tomorrow, not when you finished what you have left. Today, right now. The best time to quit was when you started. The second best time is now. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to commit to not smoking today, then commit to not smoking tomorrow, then the next day, then the day after that, and it will slowly add up, and every single day it will get that little bit easier. Looking back on my journey from 14 to 17, I have mixed feelings. I am sad about the time that I lost and the person that I could be today, but I'm also grateful because that experience taught me a lot about myself, about addiction, and about resilience. I'm not special, I'm not a superhuman. If I can quit after 3 years of daily use, especially at such a young age, then you can too. Whatever your story is, whatever your situation is, there is a way forward. Your life is waiting for you on the other side of this. Don't let another day, another week, another month, or another year slip by in a haze. You deserve better. You deserve to be present in your own life. Good luck.